All right. Shalom, shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Come again on the devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely afternoon in which the Most High, higher has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. You know, a man came into the store, and I think I will call him brother. And he began to say something. We began to talk, and he said some powerful words to me, and one that stuck with me, which is a word we all used to hearing. We are not used to hearing, but we have heard. And it's not so much that it is a powerful word, but it holds a powerful meaning, and it is defined as something very powerful. He said, Deborah, is called strong delusion. And that's what I believe is actually taking place even amongst every Negro, not some Negro, brown-skinned individuals on this platform. Every brown-skinned individual, male and female, on these devils' platform is in a high level of strong delusion. And to have that level of delusion, you would have to have gotten it from above, from the Father himself. I see and I hear of so many people trying their best of the best to get ratings, covering things that's actually taking place in the world. But when you cover it as something that you feel you can defend by your message and by your own self-understanding and will, you fall under a strong delusion. I, Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness, fully understand why I had to be taught from the wilderness level and why a higher has such a narrow gate that leads to life. It all makes sense because at a standpoint that I rest therein, I'm in the wilderness being taught. I'm shown the things of that which is plainly seen. And I'm having a problem, but I'm not having a problem. Because in my natural, I'm like, how cannot they see this? It's plainly seen. How cannot they hear this? It's plainly heard. What is it they're not getting? When this man told me, Deborah, you need to use the word strong delusion, because that's what's taking place today. And I said, you know what? Even though you speak that word so swiftly and so easy, it's carry a lot of power. And to place people under the strong delusion, brown-skinned people under strong delusion, it matches Deuteronomy 28. What I realize is you have brown-skinned deceivers, 99.9 on these platforms. They've been on the platforms for years, deceiving people just to get likes and subscribers and not get the vision, and not get what a higher is placing for the whole world to see. What is it that we're not getting? Because we are in a strong delusion. It's what he is allowing you not to get. Because you worth to a higher to be stuck in a strong delusion. I'm in the wilderness. I'm getting it. I'm receiving it. And it makes sense. Not just in the spiritual realm, but in the natural, to the point where I'm like, okay, Father, what is it they can't see? He said, see, Deborah? See, you can see that. Why is it you can see that they cannot see? Why is it you can hear that they cannot hear? How is it you can behold them in this strong delusion And in this mindset that destroyed, how is it you're able? I told you, Deborah, in Revelation, I sent mines to mark mines. And even if I didn't send them to mark it, the reason why, this is what he said, the reason why in Revelation he has marked his and left word through prophesying to send the angels down to mark his before they do damage and destruction to the trees, the wind, the sea, the grass. He said, go mark mine. Okay? And I'm like, okay, I get it. You marked yours. But he's taking me a little higher than what he has ordered and predestined and son word for his angels to go do right now. Why? We're on his time. We're on his hour. We're on his minutes. Go mark mine. You know what the Father just shared with me, even as I'm speaking to you? I'm like in my spirit saying, why did you have to mark yours when yours is already marked? Hallelujah. He said, I marked them, Deborah, and I put it in the word that you can hear me say, go mark mine. So you, that's not in a strong delusion. So you, which is my servant, that has been branded with righteous, branded with belief, branded with faith, branded with fear, shall know that I'm still who I say that I am. Because you're still, Deborah, in the race on the earth, you're still in the flesh, but if in power, in the spirit, I want to keep you fully informed in this walk, this hour, minutes that we're in. I want you to stay focused. So I left that message in Revelation to inform you. So I see now why the strong delusion is necessary. It's for those who say they see but cannot see. It's for those who say they hear but cannot hear. You know why? Because Ahias are marked to see. Ahias are marked to hear. Those that can't see nor hear, they are right now in this hour in a strong delusion, and that's why they on these devil platforms trading their strong delusion for likes and subscribers. So what are they trading? Evil for righteousness, because the righteousness of Yah is already branded in his servants. The fear of Yah is already branded in his servants. The faith of Yah is already branded in his servants. The belief of Yah is already branded in his servants. So they're not delusional. You are. So it makes me feel really comfortable knowing that the Comforter is so comforting to wanting you to know whose side you on. That's why people can support the things of the world versus the things that are spirit and truth, versus the servants of Yah versus the world. So Ahiah said, let them continue where I have them, Deborah. They can blame the heathens, the Gentiles, the world, the law, the police. They can blame their women. They can blame their husbands, their men. They can blame their children. The children can blame them. Let them blame. They're in a strong delusion where they're going to remain. Because Sister Deborah been here 2 years on this devil platform trying to get the brown-skinned people to understand we have to be destroyed based on the word that Ahiah has loved. And then he covered it with who he is, the word. But we turned totally away from that and says, no, we're not going to listen to that. We're not going to abide by that. So that's why they have strong delusions. So when this man came in and told me, he said, you need to start using the fact that these people are in a strong delusion. And it is so true. It is so true. I don't care I was with a man that totally was in 100 times 1 million error, wrong, and could have took millions, not millions, but hundreds of lives on the highway. I sat down and came down as low as he was, which he was on a curve, and he blamed everything around him for him tearing up his car, causing the whole highway to be shut down and other cars tore up. But yet in him, it was somebody else's fault. So I told him, look at your car and look at that car over there. Can that car back in hit your corner of your car? Where your car is at and where is that car? Look like your car hit his car. So guess where I had to go? I had to go down to the ground where he's at mentally, to get him to see. You see how wrong you are? You hit him, baby. He didn't hit you. Nobody was in your way because you were going down the highway at 140 miles an hour. You see? Ducking in and out on the rush hour. So happened, the Father stopped you right in your tracks before lives were lost. And he towed the car up from the floor up so that you won't ever be able to regain. Because he's showing you something. This is the second time this man said it's happened to him. Because he's sending you a sign. He's saving your life. But mentally, everybody's wrong because he tore up his car. That's how strong the delusion is. Sister Deborah can go all the way to the curb, sit down and talk to him, show him. Now, don't get me wrong. When he saw what I was saying, he said, but yeah, the police gonna say it's my fault. Because see how you're saying it, that's exactly how they gonna say it too. I said, because baby, you ain't looking at look at the cars. How can this car hit your car? Can't be done. It's impossible. It is impossible. But you couldn't get his mind. He felt the police was wrong already and they hadn't even got there. Because they're gonna blame him. But see, what did Sister Deborah had to do? I had to come all the way to the curb where he was. And even though he listened to me very attentively, he still yet gone here. Strong delusion, beyond a strong delusion. Even if it would have cost lives. So I see people trying to cover situation brown-skinned men are doing to brown-skinned women and how it's out of control. Ahaya wants me to let you know. You need to sit down and stop clowning. Because he's not coming to deliver you and give you some sort of reason of how this can stop, a reason of why it's happening. He said he's been telling you that from the beginning. A stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient people. So these brown-skinned men is not going to stop taking the lives of their children and their brown-skinned women and their mothers and their brown-skinned brothers. Ahaya's wrath kindle with fire. It's in the midst of Judah, beholding and allowing Judah to destroy themselves. Why? Because in the curse, until you are destroyed, you ain't coming out the curse. Only way you're going to come out the curse when you are destroyed. So all this stuff, these brown-skinned men and women on these devil platforms trying to boost their ratings and their likes, they're trying to deceive you that they got a message for you to get you to be trouble in your spirit and in your natural regarding something that's been going on for so long, too long, and ain't nobody going to step in and say anything about it because a higher wrath and judgment is in the midst of Judah. And he says to you from the prophetess in the wilderness, I'm not coming to deliver you out of the destruction you have formed for yourselves. Shalom and shalom.